Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lucy if you're new here, and if you're not new here then welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a favourites. So I'm not going to call this a monthly favourites because I haven't done a favourites in a good few months now. So I'm going to kind of call this an autumn winter favourites, or maybe an October November favourites, but it's basically a favourites video and it's a bunch of stuff that I've been loving over the last few months. So I've got actually quite a lot of pieces to get through, so I'm just going to get straight into the video. So I'm going to kind of pick up things randomly because I've just chucked them all over here. But the first thing I wanted to show you was these beautiful boots. How cool are they? So I've been seeing these sort of boots everywhere. I think they I've scratched these ones. I think they are a dupe for like Prada boots or something like that. I'm not really that down with my fashion brands, but I think they are a dupe for either a Prada or a Gucci boot. These are from a company called Ego. I found them on Instagram after, who was it that tagged them? Can't remember who tagged them, but somebody tagged Ego in their Instagram picture and I saw these boots and I absolutely fell in love. They were only $35.99, which I thought was ridiculous, or $34.99, which I just think is such a ridiculous price for such nice boots. They're really, really nice quality, and my friend actually got me some student discount on there as well, so I got another 25% off. So yeah, they cost me like under £30, which is just crazy. They've obviously got these big straps here. When I first put them on, I wasn't that sure. I felt a little bit like I could just bust into the moonwalk at any moment. I just did feel a little bit Michael Jackson bad in them, but after wearing them a couple of times I just adore them, and I think they look really good with tights and a skirt, or tights and a dress, as well as jeans, like skinny jeans, or even like mum jeans, even though I'm trying to find like the perfect pair of mum jeans. I haven't found them yet, but yes, I absolutely love these boots, so I'm going to link them below if you love them too. So if you didn't know, I have recently just come back from Oman. I went on a charity trek with the lovely G Fletcher and her brother Mario, and it was amazing. We went with Copperfield and we raised loads of money for breast cancer, but I'm not going to go too much into that now, but I just wanted to explain why a couple of my next items are what they are. So the next favourite is actually something I never thought would be in a favourites video, and it is a backpack, and it's not a funky fashion cool backpack, it is an actual backpack. This one is from Osprey. I was very kindly gifted this from Osprey to take on my trek, but I just wanted to mention it because it really is such a good backpack. So if you are into walking, climbing, trekking, all that sort of stuff, then I would really, really recommend this. This is the Osprey, I think it's the Tempest 20. Yeah, it does say on there. It's the Tempest 20. It also had a water bladder that goes inside here, which I actually donated back to the charity when we left. I found it so comfortable. It didn't hurt my shoulders in the slightest, even though it seemed to hurt them in training. When I was actually there, it just didn't hurt them. So like I said, you can fit a 3-litre water bladder in there, as well as I think I had about 2 1.5 litre bottles, so that's another 3 litres, so that's 6 litres, and then I had another bottle in the pocket here, which was 500 litres. So yeah, I was carrying like 7.5 litres in this backpack quite comfortably, as well as a lunchbox and lots of other essentials. It's got loads of little pockets on it for cameras and stuff. But yes, if you want me to go into more detail on this rucksack, then do let me know, but I'm not going to go into too much more because at the end of the day it is a rucksack. But I just wanted to mention it because it is a very, very good one. So next up is something that I also took on my trek, but you could use it all the time, especially if you are into vlogging or just kind of capturing family life, or you're quite a adventurous action type person, and it is the Kaiser Pass, I think I'm saying that right, the Kaiser Pass action camcorder, and this little bad boy is brilliant. I had it clipped to my chest for a ton of the trip, so I could capture lots of different angles of our journey without even having to do anything. So I just had to press a button and it would stay on all day, and it takes one of those little tiny teeny tiny memory cards, which I had to buy separately because I thought I could just put like a normal SD card in, but it takes one of those really teeny tiny micro SD cards, so make sure you do pick up obviously a little tiny one to go in one of these if you're planning on taking one on a trip. It comes in this completely waterproof housing, which is also really good for things like rock climbing, in case you drop the camera or something, it would really protect it. So it comes in this little case, and it is just teeny tiny like this. I'm not going to go into huge detail about how the camera works, but if you do want to see a separate video on how the Kaiser Pass works and a little bit more about it, then I would love to show you that. But yeah, I got a lot of my footage from Oman on this little camera. So as I said, I'm going to kind of pick up things randomly. So the next thing is actually a fake tan product. So this is the Cocoa Brown 1 Hour Tan Mousse, and I got this from Primark for a whopping, I think you can see it on there, £6. This stuff is really, really good. I am a Saint-Tropez girl. I have been for years and years and years. I've tried all sorts of other tans. I've tried Bondi Sands, Skinny Tan, Zen Tan. I just never find anything as good as Saint-Tropez, but I've actually found that I have been reaching for this Cocoa Brown tan a little bit more than my Saint-Tropez. I think it's more of an everyday tan. I also find that it actually dries a lot quicker than my Saint-Tropez. Doesn't leave my skin feeling tacky at all. So next up, from La Roche Posay, I never know if I'm saying it right, but I'm going to go with La Roche Posay. This is called their Zero Zinc, and I do find that La Roche Posay's packaging is quite confusing. I often go to Boots and look at their range and think, I don't know what any of this is, so it kind of puts me off buying it. But I was recently very kindly gifted some La Roche Posay products to take on my trek with me, and they sent me this, and I really, really love it. So it is essentially like a toner. I've never really used the toner before. I must admit, I've just never been a toner kind of person. It's in a spray form, so I'm not going to spray it now, but it's in an aerosol spray, so you basically spray it all over your face. I do find I have to cover my hair up when I'm doing this, otherwise this goes in my hair. And it's quite wet, and then you let it set in. It just gives my skin a really nice little boost. It feels like it's got a hydration boost, and I also find that my makeup goes on a lot smoother when I use it. Another product from La Roche Posay is their sun cream. This is in a factor 30, which I obviously had to use when we were in Oman, as it was like 42 degrees or something ridiculous like that. I just found this sun cream to be extremely light on my skin. I didn't feel greasy, and that was one thing I was worried about going to Oman and trekking. I didn't want to feel greasy, and I didn't want to feel like sweaty at all, and I used this on my face and I didn't find that it ran into my eyes at all. A few of the girls had problems with their sun cream sweating into their eyes, because obviously we were sweating so much, but I just didn't have that at all with this. I didn't burn at all either. I wouldn't say I tanned either, but obviously I wasn't going there for a tan, and I was trying to protect my skin as the heat was really, really intense. But yes, if you were looking for a high factor sun cream, or quite a luxury sun cream that makes your skin feel like you're not wearing anything but still protected, then this is definitely the bad boy to pick up. I think this is my last skincare product, and I've actually saved the best till last because I absolutely love this stuff. So this is from The Ordinary, and it's the 100% organic cold pressed rosehip seed oil. So I know a lot of people are still stuck in that phase where they think if they put oil on their face they're going to get spots. Yes, I do have spots prone skin, but I do use oils. I don't go overboard with them. I use this probably twice a week max, because I do find if I use too much of it then I do break out. But basically this stuff just really calms my skin. I do get quite a lot of redness and I do have acne scarring, but I've been finding that using just a small drop of this on the back of my hand, warming it up and then popping it on my face before I go to bed, or even before I put on my makeup, just really makes my skin glow. It makes it feel really, really soft. It brings redness down. It feels less irritated, less tight and dry. And yeah, I just really, really love it. I'll show you what it's like. It's this like bright yellow stuff. It kind of looks like the colour of rapeseed, and yeah, it's quite a thin oil. It's not thick feeling at all, but you can definitely feel it on your face. I should have probably looked this up before I did this video, but I think this is about £6 to £9. I will link it below, and I'm sorry if I've got the price wrong, but I'm sure it was under £10, and I just think that that's a really, really good price. If you haven't checked out anything from The Ordinary before, then do, because their products are just insane. I really, really, really rate them all. Well, okay, I kind of lied, because I guess this is a skincare product, but I just wanted to mention this because I just think it's the nicest smelling stuff ever. And this is from Lush, and it says the Yuzu and Cocoa like shower gel, I think they call it that. Oh, they call it a shower cream, and it says, yes, it smells like chocolate oranges. No, you can't eat it. I use it every morning in the shower, and it just smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. It smells citrusy and chocolatey and just really, really, really delicious. The only thing I'm sad about is that it's in such a small bottle, so it's not going to last me that much longer. Next up is a little bit of a random product, but the lovely Rebecca Meldrum recommended that I get this after I put out a little shout out on Instagram stories, because I've basically been through a couple of cameras now. I broke my original G7X Mark II. I don't know how it happened, but it's still being repaired, and yeah, it's just, I don't even want to talk about it, it's just too stressful. But I had to buy another one, and I had to take this brand new camera to Oman with me, and I needed something to protect it. This, my friend, is amazing. I can't show you it on my camera because I'm filming on my camera, but I've been pretty much leaving this on my camera most of the time, especially when I'm out and about, because I'm always dropping things, and I just want to protect my camera that little bit more. It's basically this little sort of bendy silicone cover. It fits the G7X Mark 1 and the Mark II, I believe. I will link it below. It's from Amazon. I think it was about £13. I'm really bad. I should like research my prices before I do these videos, but yeah, I think it was like £13 or something, but it was well worth it. I think I'm gonna get a couple more just in case you know, this one gets a bit like damaged or anything. It's not gonna save your camera from dropping it at a great height, but I feel like it's gonna help protect it a little bit more. It'll probably help protect it from scratches. Oh, this bit as well, this covers the lens, which I think is really good because that acts as a bit of a dust cover, a little, like that little bit extra protection. And also you can leave, this bit comes off, but you can leave it on because when you turn your camera on and the lens comes out, it just opens like that. So yeah, just think it's really good. And I like that it's pink as well because it just means that my camera looks different to everybody else's. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, Rebecca Meldrum, for recommending that one. I've got a few beauty products up next, and I wanted to mention these two, which have been staples in my bag for some time now, in my makeup bag for some time now, and that is the Hoola Bronzer and the Dandelion Blusher from Benefit. They're always like one of those go-to makeup brands that you know and trust. Like, there's not really a bad product that they do. So yeah, I just wanted to mention them because of that. And this Dandelion Bronzer, this Dandelion Blush is just so beautiful. These are like the mini versions, by the way. I tend to get the mini ones, I don't know why. But I've just hit pan, you can just about see it there. But yeah, this blush is just so, it's not too pale because I actually wear quite a lot of fake tan and foundation and things, so I tend to go with like brighter blushes, but I don't find this too pale. It looks like it would be, but it's not. It's actually really pigmented, it lasts all day, and it just gives you that little bit of fresh, sort of nice pink rosy blush to your skin. I know a couple of people that don't actually like Hoola Bronzer, and I just don't know why. I think some people find it goes muddy on them, but I just find that this is the absolute perfect bronzer colour for me. It's not too orange, not too dark, it's not glittery, it's not too matte, it's just, yeah, it's just perfect. Ah, I almost forgot about this one. This is actually probably my favouriteest of favourites in this whole favourites video. This stuff is amazing. So this is the Maybelline Tattoo Brow. I think that's what it's called. If you haven't heard of this, I don't know where you've been. Oh, it's so good. Brow stuff, which I would only describe as like a gel dye, and it's on this brush, and you basically brush it onto your brows. So obviously this isn't a makeup item, this is to dye your brows. So I do this before I go to bed, like once a week. So you brush it onto your brows in the shape that you would normally like them to look, and you leave it on. It does say on the packet, okay, so it says on the packet, let dry for at least 20 minutes. For up to a 3-day wear, let dry for 2 hours. So I do let it dry for 2 hours. I think if you let it dry for 20 minutes, you're not going to get much results. So I would say definitely leave it on for at least half an hour. But yeah, it just makes your brows look like they've been microbladed or something. I still find that I do have to fill them in a little bit more, but they've just really been giving my eyebrows a lot of definition and obviously that much needed colour. If you haven't tried this yet, you need it in your life. So my favourites video would not be complete without showing you a candle, and this one I picked up in Home Bargains at the weekend, and it is this Wickford & Co. Warm Apple and Cinnamon candle, and I'm gonna have to smell it and do that whole wanky YouTuber thing. It smells exactly what it says on the tin. It smells exactly like apples and cinnamon and Christmas, and yeah, it's just delicious. I've been burning this for the last week, and yeah, I'm really, really, really loving it. I think it was about £7, and for a candle that big, you just can't really go wrong. So the next thing I wanted to show you is this little teeth whitening kit. I'm actually going to do a video on how I whiten my teeth using this. So I'm not going to go into huge detail, but this is a whitening kit from Hollywood Smile. I think they're called Real Hollywood Smile on Instagram. I don't know if you've noticed, but my teeth are definitely a couple of shades whiter already. I've only used this about 3 or 4 times now. You basically get these little trays, don't want to be gross, but these are the trays that you have molded to your teeth. You get some whitening gel with it, and you get this little LED light that you put in your mouth like that, and you leave it on for however long it says to leave it on for. Like I said, I will do a dedicated video for how I'm whitening my teeth, but I just wanted to mention Hollywood Smile and their whitening kit because I think it is a really, really good teeth whitening system. Next up, something else I picked up in Home Bargains and just gave me all the nostalgia and childhood feels, and that is Pop-Tarts. I cannot stop eating these at the moment. I know that they are so bad for you, and I'm generally quite a healthy person. But if you haven't heard of Pop-Tarts, it might be because you're under, I don't know, 25? Pop-Tarts just remind me of my childhood. I used to have them all the time, even though they are completely packed full of sugar. But yeah, I just think that they're delicious. I like the original frosted strawberry sensation, and I picked these up in Home Bargains, and they're really cheap. So I'm on to the last thing on my favourites list. If you are still here, then well done for sticking around. But the next thing is actually a very recent favourite, so it is cheating a little bit, but I couldn't do this video without mentioning it, and it is Giovanna Fletcher's new book, Some Kind of Wonderful, and I actually went along to her book launch last week and got given these amazing little biscuits. Look at that. I mean, you know you've made it if you've got a biscuit with your name on it, right? But yes, I started this the night after the book launch, so not even a week ago, about 5 days ago, and I am already a quarter of the way in. It's really, really good. I will read this little front cover. The reason I'm going to read what it's about here is because obviously I'm reading it and I don't want to give anything away, because I've done that in a previous video and then I got some comments that I'd actually ruined some of the book, so I really don't want to do that. So I feel like if I read the blurb bit, then I won't give anything away, because obviously that's what it's for. So it says, when the love of your life says you're not the one, who are you? Lizzie and Ian have been a couple since the first week of university. Now, after celebrating a decade together, everyone thinks they're about to get engaged. Instead, a romantic escape to Dubai leaves Lizzie with no ring, no fiance, and no future. Lizzie is heartbroken, but through the tears she sees an opportunity. This is her moment to discover what she's been missing while playing Ian's ideal better half. How much has Ian changed her, and who should she be without him? Determined to discover who she is at heart, Lizzie sets out to rediscover the girl she was before, and in the meantime have a little fun. So yes, that is the book, and I'm really, really enjoying it so far, and I cannot wait to finish it. So if you have not read any of Giovanna's novels, then you should definitely pick one up. One of my favourite books, actually, she wrote before I even knew her or knew who she was, and that's Billy and Me. Oh, I love that book. I think I might reread it, actually. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed seeing what my favourite items have been this month. I really love watching favourite videos, so if you have done a favourites, then please let me know in the comments below so I can go along and watch it. I really need some ideas of what people can buy me for Christmas and birthdays, so I find favourite videos good for ideas like that. Let me know what you've been loving this month in the comments as well, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!